I'm Anil Kumar, and here is question number 20 from previous test paper on combination of functions. Let f of x equals to square root of 2x minus 6 and g of x equals to 2 over x squared. Write a simplified algebraic model for each composition function. State the domain and range of each. First one is y equals to f of g of x. The second one is y of g of f of x. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestion, right? So first one we could do as f of g of x is 2 over x squared, correct? So that is equal to, we'll replace x with 2 over x squared, so we get square root of 2 times 2 over x squared minus 6, and that is square root of 4 over x squared minus 6, right? Now in this kind of a function, if you take x squared square root out, what do you get? This is what you need to decide, okay? So what you really get, let me do one more step and then we'll take it out. So we have x squared as common denominator, 4 minus 6x squared in the numerator, right? Now the question is, if you take out x squared from bracket, you get 1 over x or what? That is the question. You do not get 1 over x, you get 1 over absolute x. Now that is critical, right? And within the square root, it is 4 minus 6x squared, right? So that is how it is going to be. Now, what is the domain and range of this function? Now, domain for this function is that x cannot be equal to 0. So we can write domain as x belongs to real numbers, x is not equal to 0. How about the range? Now range for this function is that the square root function will always be positive, right? And this is also positive, correct? Now it could be 0 also, correct? So x equals to 0 is not allowed. So if I write 0 in this part, then what do I get? I get 4 minus, I get square root of 4, which is plus minus 2, plus 2, right? So in the range we have all positive values but not 2. Do you agree? So which you could get only with x equals to 0, right? So range is y belongs to real numbers where y is greater than, so for x equals to 0 we get plus minus 2, right? So y is greater than equal to 0. But y is not equal to, since x cannot be 0, right? So if I write 0 here, we get square root of 4, which is plus 2. So we'll not get 2 in our range, right? So there will be this missing value, right? At 2, 2 is not possible since x equals to 0 is not permitted here, right? So that is what all other values will be permitted, right? So that is how the function is going to be. Now let's look into the second function, which is y of g of f of x, right? Now in this particular case, we'll start with inside function, which is square root function. So we can write this as equals to g of square root of 2x minus 6. That is equals to, g is 2 over x squared. So it is 2 over square root of 2x minus 6 whole square, which gives us 2 over 2x minus 6. Is that okay? So that becomes your function. You can take 2 common, so it is 1 over x minus 3. So that is the function. And here the domain is that x belongs to real numbers, but x is not equal to 3, right? And the range is y belongs to real numbers, and y, there's a horizontal asymptote, y is not equal to 0. Is that okay? So that is what domain range of the function is. I hope with that you understand the concepts of combining the functions and also finding functions of functions. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.